All right, so I went ahead and Googled ChatGPT with the space, and then you have to click on it, and then you should be able to log on. If you don't, then you need to just kind of Google it and then click. And you want to go ahead and just try it. It has a thing where you can say try. Then I'm going to click on this new chat up here. And down at the bottom, you see this little arrow. My stuff kind of is in the way there. Let me see if I can move that out of the way. So you can see down here, you go to type what you want to do. And what I want to do is just create an email to my colleagues talking about the uses of Chat GPT in the classroom. All right, and then it's going to think just a minute, and then it's going to go ahead. It takes about 15 seconds. So it says, I hope this email finds you well. I want to make a moment to tell you about the tool, the several ways for the school GPT to utilize the classroom. They promote collaboration. You can use the enhanced language learning for loud students. Just kind of giving you a brief overview. You're welcome to see what you have. It automatically saves it up here. So you want to look up here. If you have questions, it'll say, now notice it has your name and it had dear colleagues. So what I'm going to do is, I don't really like that. It's really formal. So create an informal, or should I just say make this informal, and my name is Barbara. So then they should add that to the end, and they're going to redo the whole thing, and they're going to make it informal. So now it says, hey guys, instead of I hope you're all doing well. Want to share a new tool I came across recently, and you're going to read it because this is your email that you're going to get. I'm going to copy and paste it in there. I am going to add one more thing to it before they do that. See how it's kind of long? I am going to ask them to kind of shorten it, and I'm going to ask them to tell you that I created it using the ChatGPT. So this is the third time I'm editing the same thing. So I'm going to say, okay, can you shorten the email and then tell them I created the email with Chat GPT? And go back, and obviously my spelling is wonderful. All right, hit enter, and here we go. And I'm going to copy and paste this right into the email, and you can read what all came from that. So it's that easy. And the deal with ChatGPT is you do want to go ahead and have a conversation with it. Tell it what you wanted to know. If you can even say, do you understand? It'll let you know it does, or it'll ask more questions. So you keep altering, just like it's a conversation that you're having with somebody that you want to write something for you. Okay, so we need to learn to implement this in our classroom. It's coming. There's no way around it. What I think the best thing to do is for us to get ahead of it and show students how to use it. You can have them create assignments, just getting ideas from ChatGPT. They will actually just give them ideas. You'll know the difference between their work and the ChatGPT. It does allow them to say, no, create this on a fifth grade level. So you do want to look through it. You, of course, could type the same, whatever you ask the students to do, they're going to type it straight in. So if you'll type it straight in and kind of read through it, you know what it's going to say. You'll kind of know that if they used it or not. So there's lots of ways to know if they're using it. I feel like we need to get ahead of the curve. We need to find out ways that we can go ahead and use it. There's already got a teacher in I think it was the Lexington area, that was using it. And what he did was he broke them into groups of 3. And they had one group use ChatGPT only. They used it and they created it. They had one group that used it just to create ideas, and then they went ahead and wrote it. And they had one group that just wrote on the topic that he was giving. And it was their job to figure out who wrote what. So they all tried to write it the best they could so that it would look like it was a ChatGPT. So they kind of couldn't figure out who it was. And they said they could tell which one was written by the robot one. So they definitely want to use different ways. You can definitely just say, hey, anybody know this definition? And if they don't know, you can say, hey, put in ChatGPT and say, how can I use this in math? Or how can I use this definition in ag or whatever topic you have. So this is going to be a new way that we need to kind of let the kids research, and it tells it to them in their language. And if it doesn't, they can say, "Hey, would you tell that to me in a high school language, or would you put that in fifth grade for me?" So whatever level they're reading on, they can research a topic and then have them take that to whatever level they need it to be, so they can understand it. I really like this. The only thing I don't really care for is a lot of times it's hard to get on it. So if you get on and it keeps telling you that you can't get on, just go ahead and look for it again. I know this is a lengthy video, but it's something that we really need to be looking at. And if you have any free time, I would definitely look at that. All right. Hopefully everything goes well.